Hey.
Welcome back. Muhammad Yunus is a Nobel Peace Prize winner for his efforts to wipe out extreme poverty. Now he is out with his first new book in 7 years called A World of Three Zeros, the new economics of zero poverty, zero unemployment, and zero net carbon emissions. Please welcome a personal hero of mine and economist, Muhammad Yunus.
Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me. Thanks a lot.
So I get the feeling a lot of people know this, but you are renowned for being the father of microfinance, which has been one of the most effective techniques to reduce poverty around this world, starting with Grameen Bank in your native Bangladesh. What gave you this idea, and how can you describe the microfinance movement at this point?
Well, it all started because of the lot of loan sharking in the village next door to the university where I was teaching.
So like if you're a poor person and you need to borrow $5.
Somebody in the village and he gives you the money, but in the process, he puts such conditionality, he grabs everything you got in exchange of that $5 or $10 money.
And you can never get ahead.
You can never get ahead. So you're always victims of the loan sharking. So I was wondering how you overcome that. So one idea that came to my mind, why don't I lend the money myself? If I lend the money, they can come to me. They don't have to go to loan shark. Problem is solved. And that's what exactly I started doing back in 1976.
And it worked out pretty well.
It worked out very well. It's very well indeed.
What does microfinance allow people to do?
Some income generating activity, anything you can do to earn money for yourself. Some raise chickens, some raise cattle, some raise crops, some do the handicraft. Everybody has some idea. Somebody is just struggling, but nobody gives the dollar to catch a dollar. You need a dollar in your hand before you can catch a dollar.
Exactly.
Nobody gives you the first dollar. So you stay where you are. And
so you stay where you are. But if
you become victimized by the loan sharks.
Yes, but if you have that money, then your own entrepreneurial
Absolutely.
spirit can
Fantastic.
grow. And what you found out was that people repaid in phenomenal
Fantastic
rates.
rate. Right now, Grameen Bank, the bank we created out of this, it's called Grameen Bank, Village Bank. It has now over 9 million borrowers. Most of them are women. 97% of our borrowers are women. They own the bank. They sit in the board. They make decisions. And that idea has spread in the United States. And now we have 20 branches in the United States. We have 4 branches in California. Unfortunately, we don't have yet in Seattle.
You need one here.
You need it here. That's why I came here to tell you.
If I was any good at math, I would work on that. But let me see if I can't talk to some people.
That's what we need.
We definitely need it here. And microfinance is being applied in this country as well. This is not just for developing nations.
Right now, we have nearly 100,000 women borrowing from Grameen America with 20 branches. And repayment rate is perfect, near 100%, over 99%.
Isn't that something?
They start this business with a little money, $1,500 to start up loan, then it grows. As you pay back, you can go bigger loans. They start up their own businesses, then they flourish and take the next loan. And it's moving. We want to reach 1 million borrowers in the next 10 years or so if people come up with the financing of the bank, because you get your money back. Today we have given over $1 billion, and we are planning that we can do it over $10 billion in the next 10 years. And you get your money back, because this is a business. You get the money, you give the people, and same money can be recycled again and again. It's not that somebody has to give that $10 billion. If you give $250 million in total, we can give a loan of $10 billion out of it. And people benefit from that. So it's a very simple formula, because people are paying back.
And the more the money moves around, the more money is made, and people are better off. So you were the inspiration for Bill and Paula Clapp, who have started Global Partnerships, which is a Seattle-based nonprofit that generates microfinance through Central America, South America, and some other places. And I've traveled with them and met many of these women at the village banks, people who you drop in on their home and they have all their receipts for their repayment in their pocket because they are so proud of being able to do this. And so now you have this new book where you talk about making three zeros, making reforms to capitalism. We're not talking about throwing it away or giant bits of charity. We're talking about rearranging, reforming things so that people can prosper. Can you tell us the basics?
Very simple thing. We said present capitalist theory is based on the understanding that all human beings are driven by self-interest, out of selfishness. So you focus only on yourself. I said real human being is not like that. Real human being is selfish as well as selfless. So we need to make a room for the selfless person into the business world. So we create a business for making money, And with the selflessness, we create business to solve problems. And I have been doing that for many years now in Bangladesh. Now the idea is spreading. We call it social business. Non-dividend company to solve human problems. And suddenly your capacity to create things, to solve things become enormous. Young people love it.
Right.
So we continue to do that. So this is one idea that if you just incorporate along with the selfishness, the selflessness also to be recognized and given room. That's all we do. Another thing we say, not all human beings are born to work for somebody else. All human beings are born to work for themselves. They are entrepreneurs. But that facility is not available in the world.
Right.
So I said, why don't you bring that facility, create that financial institution so that nobody will be unemployed. And we do that in Bangladesh. We tell all the young people in Bangladesh, come with a business idea, we'll invest in your business. We create social business venture capital. We said, come up with that, and we become your partner. So you have nothing to be afraid of.
It's a brilliant and wonderful idea, and it makes me think about the fact that the whole force towards civil society, I mean, we have business, we have government, we have families who are working for themselves, but there needs to be that other push for what is good for us all, and that's what you're talking about, and it fits in capitalism.
Absolutely, nothing wrong with that. Simply adding something which was missed out. Today, only option you have to help other people is charity. I said the one limitation of charity is charity money goes out, does a wonderful work, but it doesn't come back. So you have only one-time use of the money. If you take that same money, create a social business, same objective of charity, but you put a business engine behind it. And then suddenly it becomes very powerful. Then money goes out, does the work, and comes back.
And then you can use it
again
to
and again,
help somebody else.
1,000 times, as many times as you can.
So talk to us just as individuals who may not be entrepreneurs or have a business. What can we do to support these, first of all, these ideas in general, so that we can let people know we are interested in having this sort of thing develop within our culture, but also support the idea of microfinance and the 3 zeros?
Just one quick one that you said not all of us are entrepreneurs. We are. My position is all of us are entrepreneurs.
I'll try better. I have not found it so far.
Yes, exactly. We never explored it because our system never encouraged it. So first thing to do at homes, we talk our children that look, as you grow up, you have two options. You can work for somebody, or you become a job creator yourself. You become an entrepreneur. So grow up and find out which one we want. So if that option is given, then they will start finding around, and the school education, everything will be geared towards that. If you want to be a job seeker, this is the route you take, this is what it is. Or if you want to be a job creator, if you want to be an entrepreneur, this is the route you take. That option was not available to us. We're saying now let's start giving them. This is their choice. I'm not saying you don't have to do this or you don't have to do that. That's a choice they have to make. This is number one you can. Number two, you can think about, you don't have to do it, think about a business, say social business, how to solve the problem of, take one problem, say unemployed young people. How do I solve the problem of unemployed young people? Oh, that is a big task, I can't do that. Of course I can do that. How to take 2 unemployed persons out of the unemployment? All it needs is creating a little business, a business which will accommodate these 2 persons and it will run by itself, and it covers its cost and makes a surplus. You get your money back. These 2 guys got their jobs and they are happy. Anybody can do that. This is not a rocket science. It's a simple thing. Simply, we never think that way. Always we invest how much money we are going to make, as if that is the objective of everything we do. There's objective of taking care of myself, and at the same time objective of taking care of everybody else, including the planet itself. That's why the 3rd zero, net zero carbon emission. We don't want to endanger this planet as we go on. So we have to make sure we create things which will protect this planet, not destroy this planet.
God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Just so enjoyed meeting you.
Thank you very much.
Muhammad is holding a lecture and book signing tonight at Seattle University. The event is sold out, but they do have a standby line starting at 6 p.m. That's how much people want to come see you. We're standing in line for just a chance. We'll post all the details on New Day's website. And as a bonus for our studio audience, everybody's going home with a copy of Muhammad Yunus' book, which you're going to love. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Up next, we're going to talk about how to identify fact from fiction and what is fake news, how to avoid it, how to identify it. Back after this.
What is American beauty? Our landscapes? How about our wheat? One of the